Hi everybody, here on HorizonLeague.com. Last week we previewed the men's and women's basketball season, so we're kind of getting that appetite ready for some basketball. And the next couple of weeks here on HorizonLeague.com, we're going to bring you some of the people who you're going to be seeing roaming the sidelines, playing on some of the teams. And we focus this week on women's basketball. There's a new face leading the Flames of UIC, Regina Miller, in her first year as head coach. Kind enough to join us today. Coach, first, thanks for your time, and how has the adjustment been in leading the Flames here after a couple of months getting on the job?
It's been fantastic. Well, I'm so happy to be here in Chicago and have the opportunity to work with this year's team. It's been an easy transition for me, just getting back on the court. I'm so excited, to get out and teach basketball, a game I love.
Well, talk about getting back into it. So for people that maybe don't know your story, you were at UNLV, then a couple of years in the private sector, maybe more normal hours for you during the course of the week. But did you always know you were going to get back into coaching, and was this the perfect position, or what led you back to getting into coaching after a couple of years away from the sidelines?
Definitely. I certainly miss being away from the game. I enjoyed my time away. Probably a lot of coaches wish that they had an opportunity to take a little bit of sabbatical. It seems as though professors take sabbaticals all the time to go off and do research, study, try to, for me as a coach, you look, kind of to develop your philosophy more and, just kind of build on your career. And my time away from basketball really gave me an opportunity to, travel, spend time with other coaches around the country, go to practices, go to tournaments. Most recently I went to the Big 12 tournament and watched some fantastic basketball. And I think one of the best games that happened over the course of last season was to watch Baylor and Texas A&M play for the third time, and Baylor to defeat them for the conference championship of the Big 12 tournament. And then we all know what happened once they got into the NCAA's,
right,
into the Final Four. So my time away provided me the opportunity to do things like that, spend time, as I said, with other coaches, people like Tar from Stanford, the opportunity to just go into a locker room and see how they run, their halftime, or, how they run practices. When you're active as a coach, you don't often have that opportunity, to get out and work with other coaches. So it was a great sabbatical for me. Something I told the team, since we've been in practices here with the Flames, is that, guys, I've coached a lot of games, not just women's basketball, men's basketball, high school, junior high, from my couch, and I'm totally undefeated at this point. So I stayed very active, although I was not actively on the sideline coach. But I did win a lot of games, sitting on my couch, and gave me a chance to, just watch the game from a different perspective instead of being totally involved in it on a day-to-day basis.
Well, no pressure on your team right now since you've been undefeated for however many years. But in looking at what you inherited at UIC, your previous two stops, you sort of took over programs that needed a little bit of rebuilding. At UIC, you return a nucleus, 70% plus of your offense is back. You've got two great players to build around in Jasmine Bailey and Shamia Green. In this situation, being a team that's kind of been in the middle of the Horizon League for the last couple of years, it's not a rebuilding program for you. It's an opportunity for you to take a program to the next level. What is it going to take, and what have you seen to take this program to the next level?
Well, I feel like the team's heart and desire is there. They want to improve, and I really feel as though I'm trying to sell the team on the idea of, defense and rebounding the basketball. If we can kind of control tempo defensively, that's going to provide hopefully some easy opportunities for us in transition to score some easy baskets. And we did talk about kind of, the team has kind of been in the middle of the pack, that we want to improve that, and that's kind of average. The team has been the best of the worst and the worst of the best. Yeah. So, we want to work towards being the best of the best and try to compete with some of the teams in the top echelon of the conference. And, Cleveland States and the Wisconsin Green Bays and Wright State's done a tremendous job. Butler, the last 2 or 3 years plus, have been a team to be reckoned with. So that's an area that I've challenged this team to try to set the goals high and shoot towards for this particular season. And as you alluded to, with Jasmine Bailey being one of I think, the most athletic guards, of course, she tells me, Coach, I'm a forward. When I first met the team, I go, oh, where are the post players?
Yeah.
And they said, well, Jazz is a post player. I go, really? I guess she looks like a guard to me. So anyhow, I just view her as, a skilled player. And she has the ability to obviously, play inside out, outside in. And we would try to utilize her abilities and her to the best of her ability. And then you have a Shamaya Green that can put up points quickly, as well as a Taylor Folks that has the ability to hit the outside shot. And again, I think an area that we must improve upon is, again, defensively, trying to control tempo that way, which will provide hopefully some easy opportunities for us in transition.
One final question for you, and you alluded to, you've got Jasmine Bailey, who you think may be a guard, but the league may views her as a great post player. Something that stood out to me in looking at this season on the women's side is how many talented post players there are in the league this year. In taking advantage of the fact that you have one of them, but knowing what you're going to go up against, what does this team maybe offer that's a unique challenge for the rest of the league this year that you can take advantage of and maybe surprise some people in the league this year?
Well, again, with our personnel, I look at us and I see us as pretty much face-up players, perimeter type players that have the ability to go inside out. So if we can get some of the post players in the league to defend us on the perimeter, hopefully that will give us a little bit of an advantage where we might be able to take them off the dribble. One area that we must improve on is shooting the ball consistently from the perimeter, and that's something that we've been working on. So if we can pull those bigs and on other teams away from the basket, that will create an advantage for UIC.
Great. Well, Coach, we thank you so much for your time. Best of luck with the upcoming season, and we'll track your team with a whole lot of interest here on HorizonLeague.com, and best of luck to you the rest of the year.
Thanks so much, Will. I enjoyed it.